You may have heard of the term vocal comping and wondered what exactly is vocal comping and how can it make my recordings sound better. Vocal comping, or vocal composite, is a technique that can be particularly useful when editing vocals, as it allows you to create a more polished and professional sound. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Emily. I make videos that'll help you understand the fundamentals of audio engineering, such as recording, mixing, mastering, and other related topics. And in this video, I want to show you how you can get the best vocal take from your Pro Tools session through an editing technique called vocal comping. This process is done by selecting the best parts of each recording take, allowing you to eliminate any mistakes or imperfections. Whether you're a seasoned audio engineer or just getting started, understanding the basics of vocal comping can be a very valuable tool. And Pro Tools has a fantastic comping system that's easy for anyone to use. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a playlist for multiple takes, how to select the parts that you want to keep, and finally, how to create a composite of each of those vocal sections so that you can have the perfect vocal performance of your song. Now, I'm going to be using a session that I already have up, but if you're new to Pro Tools, I have a 4-part beginner series on the channel here that will show you step by step on how to set up a recording session in Pro Tools. And I'll leave the link to all of those in the description. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can do this. One, if you don't have any vocals and you're in the middle of a recording session and you want to record a few takes, make a composite of that vocal performance. We're going to show you that one right now. And then after this, I'm going to show you how you would go about doing this if you've already got several vocal takes and you want to make a composite of that. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is go over here to your track in this little drop down playlist selector. And we want to create a new playlist. And we're just going to give that, whatever name. We can just have, I've got VO here for voiceover. And so I'll just say that's voiceover playlist and hit OK. So the next thing I want to do is let's make this a little bit bigger. So we've got all of our windows here. I want to go over here to where it was originally waveform and select playlist so that I can see all the playlists that will be coming below. And we'll just do some recording here. I'm going to mute that so that we don't have a feedback here, but it will be recorded and you'll be able to hear it. Don't forget to download my free guides before you leave. You can find those in the All Access tab of my website at fairairmusic.com or by typing in your search bar fairairmusic.com/free guides. You can also simply click on the link in the description to take you straight there. Just a friendly reminder. So what I would do is if I was recording this by myself, then I would go ahead and set a loop for that. So I'm going to select that and just hit record and go and just record on top of that. It will all go down into the playlist. Don't forget to download my free guides before you leave. You can find those in the All Access tab of my website at fairairmusic.com or by typing in your search bar fairairmusic.com/free guides. You can also simply click on the link in the description that'll take you straight there. All right, so let's take a little bit closer look here. So now what I can do is go through each of these and see which one I think sounds the best, part by part, and make a selection. So whichever track in the playlist that I have my cursor in, that's going to open up or turn on this up button here. And so once we select the section that we want to put in our composite track, we'll just click up. And so now it has directly sent a copy of the part that we want to keep into our top playlist here. And so now we'll just keep going. So once we've made the selection, our up arrow has now turned on and we can just throw it up there onto our composite track. Hence why it's called vocal comping. So now I can move this down here And since our smart tool is turned on, I can make a little crossfade so that there's no pops. And there you go. You've just made your first vocal comp. So that's how you can do vocal comping when you're in your recording phase. So how would you go about doing that if you already have a bunch of vocals that were sent to you to mix and you want to do your own vocal comping? So I've already got some vocal tracks here. We'll go ahead and get this one out of the way as well.
Through muddy water, round high rolling pine.
All right, so what we can do now, since let's say this is a session that we got to mix. So we got this session, or we got these audio tracks and we put them into Pro Tools, but now we want to do some vocal comping of our own. Well, I want to set that up just like I did with the ones that we recorded a second ago. So I will go over here and I will make a new playlist. And we'll just call this our vocal comp. So now what I want to do is open up our playlist window. So when I did that, the vocal that was on this first track has now been added into this playlist. So if you'll notice just below that, there's just this blank space here. So what I can do now is take this track and plop it in to the playlist. And when I do that, another one opens up. There we go. So see how it's adding a playlist as we go? And I'm just going to do that to the rest of the tracks. Now, you know, something to keep in mind, I've moved, these are all tracks that have been moved from the original track here. So if you want to keep those, make a duplicate, or, you know, as always, you'll still have the actual audio file over here on the right window screen. Sometimes that's hidden away. But now that we've got all of our vocal takes here, we can do the exact same thing. So the first one here, we're going to solo that one up.
Through muddy water, through muddy water.
So I like that first one a lot better. So I'm going to select that. And now I'm going to send that up to our vocal comp. And then we'll continue along.
Round high rolling high, round high rolling high, round high rolling high.
So that one sounds pretty good. And this may be, you know, a few too many to choose from. I like to keep things simple and not have too many choices, because sometimes that's really going to mess you up. You know, you're going to think everything sounds good or everything sounds bad. So I would say probably around 3 to 4, no more than 4 vocal takes to choose from when you're taking pieces and making a vocal comp. So let's see how that sounds.
Muddy water, round high rolling high.
And it really is that simple and easy. You know, the hardest part is probably going to be which sections of those takes that you want to choose from. And so now that you know how to comp vocals, you can use this same exact technique to comp any other recorded instruments that you have. Guitars, piano, bass, any of them. If you found this video helpful and informative, please hit the thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch more videos like this. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.